Hey guys,
Hello.
what's up? So it's Saturday, and we just came back from watching The Hunger Games Mockingjay.
Part one.
Yes. So this is the second before last movie. The last one, the next one they're gonna make is the last. So it was a good movie.
For the most part, it was.
Yeah, it was good. After we finished watching it, Janine, my sister, um, said it was a whole lot of build up, which is exactly what it was. It was a whole lot of build up.
And not a lot of action.
Yeah, and the action that there wasn't really from Katniss. She kind of just like hung in the background. Like when the Capitol started to attack District 13, I think is where she was. I thought
when they destroyed the people in the hospital.
No, where she was. I thought she was gonna, with her going down the stairs, I thought she was gonna like turn around and go do something, grab her bows and arrows. But she just kept running down the stairs, and then she tripped and fell, and people like stomped her and all that stuff. So,
and then some lady at the end like helped her up.
Yeah,
it was just like
she was just gonna she didn't even really protect her face because I guess we needed to see her face.
Well, she was. I think she was like doing like that, and the camera was looking under at her. I think.
Her Prim went back for a cat, which Janine would never be caught dead.
And no, I wouldn't even have a cat in the first place. Let's get that straight.
That fat ass
cat. But if I did, I wouldn't go back for the cat. Why would you risk your life? You almost had 3 people get killed for a cat.
Yeah, Katniss, Gale.
And herself.
Yeah. She was like, I couldn't live with myself if I left behind. Girl,
you were living at the house.
And you were living just fine when you thought it was bad. It was
So the fact that she's gonna say here, you're being attacked, and you have to go down 40 flights of stairs because they had to get to level 40.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna go back for the cat. Okay.
So
what did she even feed the cat? Like what it pees and poops down there? What's
in the bunker?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways,
because the whole top part got destroyed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
they're underground. Yeah. So, Katniss had to be the face of the rebellion officially, and I felt like they were kind of like vultures, the camera people. At all times, they were like, Katniss, what do you see? What do you think? What do you feel? It's like they didn't really care about her. They just cared about the fact that,
what she could inspire people. Right.
And I felt like they were kind of becoming like the Capitol in that sense.
That's what I'm thinking. Because I'm like, okay, everyone's following this one lady. She's the president, but how did she become the president? So once they get rid of the Capitol, who's going to be in charge? I feel like she's just trying to get power, then she's going to flip on a dime. And once she has no one to compete, they're basically doing the work for her.
I mean, it's not really like, I trust her right now, although Katniss did kind of side-eye her when she was like, people like us, we have to move forward and all that stuff. And Katniss looked at her like, people like us, like, what do you mean?
That's what I was looking. I was like, what does she mean by people like us? Do you know?
I don't. Well, actually, I do know because somebody told Katniss that that woman lost her husband and her kid
in the games.
Either in the games or because of the Capitol, because of the strikes and stuff like that. So, there was a part in the movie when Gale and Katniss were at her place, and Gale was like, "This is where you kissed me," and Katniss was like, "I didn't think you remember that," and I was like, "Girl, I don't remember that. I don't remember like these movies. I like them. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. I like watching them, but." Once I'm done watching them, I'm done. Like, there's nothing memorable, honestly, about them.
The scene from that one when she was in from the very first Hunger Games, I didn't even realize because when we went with 2 other girls, and one of them, because I guess when Katniss was having the dream within a dream.
With Peeta? Right?
Yeah, and I was like, wait, what? I thought maybe it was. What we were seeing, which was the president, was the dream, but it turns out she was dreaming about when she was having a nightmare from the first. It was a clip from one of the first movies, and one of the girls pointed that out, and I was like, "Oh,
was it?
Yeah."
I thought it was like, because at first before I realized it was a dream, I thought it was a guy who looked a whole lot like Peeta.
No, it was a clip. No, it was a clip it was a clip. Because then remember she woke up and her sister and her mom were in that room.
Yeah.
And then Prim was like, you can't sleep. And then she was like, no. And then she came and slept and came back with her. But she was having the dream of when she was in there with Peeta.
Peeta, I feel like Peeta had the most interesting story. Even though he wasn't on screen a whole lot, I feel like what he went through in this movie was more interesting than what Katniss did and what Gil did and what everybody else was doing.
Yeah, because I felt like Katniss, okay, she knows the people that she's dealing with. So the fact that every time...
You mean like the Capitol or the rebellion?
No, the Capitol. She knows that they're not afraid to just kill people. So I feel like her forever being sad isn't what should motivate her. It should be her trying to save Peeta. Like, now she sees what they've done to him. But I don't know, because I just felt like every time she saw
had
a
no
dead body,
fight in this movie.
No,
at all.
none.
At no point. I mean, there was like towards the end, she was like, "Put me on. If President Snow's watching, blah blah blah, he want to talk to me."
But even with that, she didn't have anything on her voice. Like, nothing in her voice wasn't even like... She's like, "Hello? Snow, this is Katniss."
I was waiting for her to be like, "This is the Mockingjay," you know, to really get his attention, but that didn't happen.
No.
So, yeah, so Peeta, like, his deal really, really sucked. And I actually understood why Katniss was, like, sad. She was like, you guys don't understand what it's like, basically, to have to perform for the Capitol. Because that's what she had to do in the first movie, and in the second movie, it's like that man is interviewing you, but he's not on your side. He's doing what the Capitol wants him to do, what they expect him to do.
He's coaching him to answer the questions. Yeah. He's not like asking him, okay, what do you think on this? He's phrasing what he wants him to say, and then asks the question at the end, and then he just basically says, I agree, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, and I understood Gail's anger a little bit when he was like, I would never do that, but at the same time, I understood what Katniss was saying, which is like, yeah, you would never do it, but
until you get into the situation.
Exactly. Because the thing is that they don't just send you out into the games. They coach you first about how you're supposed to act.
Yeah.
Especially with with Peeta and Katniss, having been the breakout stars of the games, they're coached. It's like this whole like political performance thing that they're supposed to do. So, but Gale, like, he's like the soldier of it, and Peeta's like the politician who has to. But once he saw Katniss, in that video, it kind of like broke through him a little bit.
But then that makes no sense, because they were coaching him, like they put the thing in
her
him and hate her. But then when he saw her, he was like, "You're still alive," you know?
Yeah.
So
and the thing was that, I mean, unless what they're saying is that after that they coached him, but
it wasn't even that many days apart for him to be like the way that he is at the end. There was no...
When he attacked her, I was not.
I'm just wondering how he managed to get the super strength, and
because they didn't have skinny hands. I think it's like adrenaline from the fear.
Oh, and why did she not have a concussion?
She didn't.
He was slamming her head into
and
the
she
ground.
Kind of just took it.
Yeah, she didn't. That was her this whole episode. I mean, this whole episode, this whole movie. Like, she didn't really fight. Like,
and I guess like people will say like in the book she's written as having like post traumatic stress, PTSD, but
yeah,
no, it just
because it's not the first time that she's gone through the Hunger Games. It was her second time, and it wasn't even as bad as the first time, because this time I understand if in the second one she had that because it was her first time.
She did have it. Remember those like she couldn't like she was remembering Rue and all that stuff, and that one time with all the hallucination with the birds and all that stuff, and she put her hands over her ears and she was like screaming.
But didn't they make that?
But it affected her. It affected her. But yeah, so I understood that she lost Peeta and she didn't know what was happening to him and all that stuff, but at no point did she want to. She was like, let me go. I want to be a soldier. I want to see the damage. I want to inspire the people. But at no point did she, like, do anything that compared to the first movie.
They had to
the second movie.
Her to care, I feel. Care enough to fight back. I feel like they should have just waited for her to be ready. And the thing about the movie is that she's not even the one that is wanting to fight, I guess. Yeah. It's more of the people rebelling, putting her in that position. Want her, right, and they want her to...
But the people... I guess maybe this movie was more about the people than Katniss, showing her effects, because those people who did their stuff, like, they were great. The ones who, like, climbed the tree... Yes!
Y'all learned how to climb.
The ones who climbed the trees and then blew up the peacekeepers, and then the ones who ran and blew up the dam. Like,
My
those
thing
people
was
sacrificed themselves.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, how did they get out? Like,
yeah, that was like
I was
movie
like,
magic.
no way
Because that water came faster than they were running.
Thank you.
And
There's
it
no
flooded
way none of
the bridges
Right.
and all that stuff. So,
Right.
but they turned off that power in the Capitol.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was a good movie. It was like nice to look at and all that stuff.
If the second one is really great, then this one won't matter.
It'll elevate this. Yeah, because they split this into two.
Yeah.
But this and the other one is like one final book.
Right.
So I think maybe it's suffering a little bit from that too. Is that this is all of this movie was the build up of the final book.
But I feel like the way now that she sees what they've done to PETA, it'll give her a reason now to want to fight.
It's hard for me to imagine that.
Snow was like, what you love the most is what's gonna kill you, and he was like, remember I told you those words. Because then when they were leaving the city, the capital, they were able to get through the missiles and no one.
Yeah, Gail was like, it's so weird. And as soon as Gail said that, I was like, oh, they probably like
bombed.
Asked PETA to kill her. No, I thought
when she came in, that's why I thought they put a bomb in him, and when she came in contact, it was gonna explode.
No, I thought like they spoke to one of them, and I thought it was probably gonna be PETA. That as soon as you see Katniss, kill her, and not that they like, mind whatever PETA, but that they asked him he was gonna do it because like. He more wants to keep the peace or whatever. But no, they tortured that boy.
Yes, they did. He had like 2 black eyes. Purple, black.
And before that point, they've been starving him because when he appeared on that screen.
Yeah, I didn't realize the second time when she said something, I kind of saw scratches on him. But then I really saw it that the third time he came on when she also came on.
Yeah.
I really saw him deteriorating, and I was like, yeah, because whenever she was like, what are they doing to him? I'm like, girl, he looks the same. Like,
when she was like, his voice is different, I was like, girl, I don't remember the movies like that for me to be able to tell that his voice is different.
I was like, okay, we'll go with that. Okay, he sounds different.
I was like, yeah, I'll take your word for it, girl.
Yeah, you know him, we know.
But yeah, like as for the romance stuff, neither of us care about her, Gail, her.
Yeah,
PETA.
I'm not team Gail or PETA.
I don't care.
Girl, do what you gotta do. Like,
yeah, I mean, I get both of it. When she was hugging Heyman, she was like, "Did I lose them both in one night? Did I lose them both in one night?" That was sad. Yeah. So I expected them to come walking, both of them. She'd go hug PETA and then hug Gail, whatever. But no, that's not what happened. Because Gail is. Not Gail. PETA is like
2 feet, 20 feet actually. Otherwise,
keep the distance. Yeah. So very interested to see like how she's going to be, how long PETA's going to be, because they were like, "Can you deprogram him?" And that man was like, "Fear is the hardest thing to like reverse, basically." So I think he's gonna need to be
get over their fears.
Yeah, I think the thing is that he's basically gonna have to be detoxed. Just leave him in there. So I wonder how Katniss is gonna be. And that's it, right? Do you have anything you want to say?
No.
Yeah.
You guys should go see it, though. It's a good movie.
We were surprised by how many people were in the theater.
Yes, a week after the movie came out. We couldn't even find a seat. We had to sit in, like, the 4th row. Because there was 3 rows in front of us,
which is like the very... We had to sit in, like... Because, there's those 2 seats in the front, and then we were in the first row of, like, the bulk of the seats. So... Yeah, we were surprised, but it was packed.
But we also were late. Not late enough.
We were late for the previews. Half the previews were late. Yeah, so I don't know. So yeah, that's our review. There were so many movies I wanted to see. I wanted to see Beyond the Lights, Dear White People.
The Beyond the Lights came out? I want to see that one too.
Beyond the Lights is out. It came out on the 14th, so maybe we'll still go see it and do our review. I don't know how long it's going to be in theaters. But yeah, that's it, you guys. Thank you for watching. If you want to comment, let us know what you think. Go ahead. If you like this review, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the camera. Fail, but... Okay.
Yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye.